morning, everybody. This is Lisa Fry with My Mystical Life, and this is our first time doing multi-screenings to different platforms, so I hope this goes really well. For the people that know me know that anything that could go wrong electronically does go wrong, but that's okay. It's all right. We just kind of power through that and go on with what we're doing. So today, I'm not going to do a lot of talking today. I'm going to do mostly readings, and if you want to find where I actually get my readings from, where I pull my people from, catch us at mymysticallife.com. That'll take you to our Facebook page, or you can just find us on Facebook at My Mystical Life. Yes, that sounds about right to me. So, and how I work is, I'm going to get on Facebook here, and hopefully this is how I can see my people. How I work is I give you everything your guides want you to know in that moment. And then hopefully if you had any questions, that they'll have already answered them, because your guides know best what you need to know. So I can see that I actually have 5 people already on. Hi, all. So let me know. I'm going to ask you guys some questions. Does this look okay? I know from my point on seeing this, I look frozen. So can you guys see a clear video? Because I am recording right now to Facebook. Oh, I can turn that light down. Facebook, Periscope, and our YouTube channel. So that is a new thing for us. We are working on that. So if you guys can give me some feedback on what does it look like? Is it a clear picture? All that good stuff. I appreciate it. mymysticallife.com. Thank you, Becky. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that it's coming through good, because I'm going to click over here and use this. Periscope. There we go. Okay. And I also have my tablet out so that I can give everybody, so I can see more. So this is something we're trying new. And if you guys haven't found us on our YouTube channel, it's My Mystical Life as well. Instagram is Our Mystical Life, because somebody already took My Mystical Life. And what else? Periscope? I don't know. I signed up for Periscope. Just wing it. Go with My Mystical Life. I bet you'll find it. Okay, so here we are this afternoon. Tonight's class, our Wednesday night classes, are always free. You're going to find those at mymysticallife.com under the classes tab. Everything I talk about, you're going to find there. You'll find readings there, our specials there. What is this week's special? Somebody remind me what this week's special is. And if you think I'm talking to like air, if you're on YouTube or Periscope, I'm on Facebook at My Mystical Life, or Lisa Tabert Fry. What's it coming up under? I suppose I should share it to My Mystical Life. So there we go. Share to a page. Don't forget, you guys, like, follow, share. That is how we get free readings. Oh, and I need to pick the shamanic healing. Thank you, Linda. This week's special is $30 for a shamanic healing, and this is a session that takes me a good amount of time to actually do, and then we go in, and there we go. That's where we're going to share that too. And we have a 20-minute discussion. It's not letting me share to my own page. Could somebody share to My Mystical Life, please? Thank you. So yeah, we just have a lot going on. But tonight's class is on shadow work. Anybody that's going to be on tonight's class, make sure you have a pencil and piece of paper. You're going to need it. It's going to be more of a hands-on class, because it's pretty straightforward. And I think you'll learn a lot about yourself by the time we start at 8 p.m. Eastern. At Weekly Intuitive class, you can find it on My Mystical Life. And by the time we're done, you can sit back and go, oh, okay, now I understand. So anyhow, it's a lot of self-learning. And by the time you walk away from that, I really hope that you can go, wow, I didn't realize that about myself. Okay. Whew. All right, let's move on. Thank you, Becky. Denise. I don't know why they're showing me this, but they're showing me, one of your angels is showing me them taking their wing and just kind of coming down and around you to the right. So I don't know if you have something on the right side of your body that might hurt, or if you've sprained something. I don't know what they're trying to show me, but it's almost like they're trying to shield a pain, or provide some healing for you. So I don't know what they're exactly talking about, but it's definitely a down and to the right motion, and that seems to be the important part of that. And this is a female it's a female angel. I don't know if she's more of a guardian angel. She's not an archangel. They don't give me a color, so I know it's a guardian angel. And down and to the right. So make sure that if you are out doing stuff, if you don't have a pain that this brings to mind, that you are really calling in your guardian angels to be with you, because they're really trying to pass this down into the right motion. So make sure you don't be out there doing anything too strenuous. I think that's really what they're trying to say is, hey, just chill. It's hot out. We're all outside trying to work, get stuff done. And then they're also talking about your throat chakra, making sure your throat chakra is nice and clear, because it's a little darker. It's a little muddy at the moment, not turning quite the speed I'd like to see it turn. So make sure you're speaking for yourself. Make sure you're not letting somebody speak all over top of you, because I really feel like that could be an issue. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I have to tell you, I opened the class up to 20 people. I think I'm going to do it on something like Zoom, so it's recorded for you guys, so you guys can go back and refer to it again. And that is the energy healing class, and I call it the energy healing class. It is September 7th. We're already halfway full. We already have 10 participants, so there's only 10 spots left. But I call it an energy working class. It is a Reiki class. You will walk away with your Reiki level 1 certification, but it's going to be more than that, because my guides are telling me this is the way we're going to teach this, and it's going to have a lot of Metatron in it. It's going to have a lot of the violet flame in it. It's going to be a conglomeration of what my guides have worked with me, and that's what they want me to help push across. So that class is only $40. September 7th. It's online. Easy. Okay, moving on. Always the throat with you, huh, Denise? I'm always the solar plexus. I'm always the solar plexus, because I know that I have recurring issues with creativity then. Okay. Jana Lynn. So Jana Lynn. Jana, actually, I gotta figure that out. They're talking about water for you. They're talking about actually swimming. They're talking about undines. They're talking about elementals. They're talking Akashic records, actually, I believe, because that's so weird. So the culture that this past life is from is actually underwater now. It's underwater, and I just see, and they gave me the word Bimini. So I know they're talking about the Bimini Road. I know nothing about the Bimini Road except for the words Bimini Road. But they're talking, and they're showing like it's more of a tropical setting. I don't think I've ever done one that was underwater before, because I'm like, okay, I'm trying to quantify. They're showing me swimming, but then underwater they're showing me all of this this really beautiful foliage and huge flowers and abundance. And this is really, really old. And your guides are they're saying it's older than what we think of human history as. So it's much older than what we have documented in human history. This was a female past life. I also want to talk about the earthquakes, because as I'm sitting here, I don't know if you guys, I'm sure many of you have experienced earthquakes and the feeling that goes with them. I don't know if I know I'm not the only one that gets the feeling with them, but I feel so discombobulated after I've even had a tiny, tiny, tiny tremor. My energy feels like shaken up. I didn't used to understand what that meant. Now I do. It's just because there's so much frequency going on. But they're showing that feeling, that level of things shaking and buildings falling. And I really feel like this was not how this person and their life ended, but this is one of the fears that they lived with on a daily basis, was their civilization was falling apart, almost like there was so much earth activity going on that it was a fear. It wasn't just we might get an earthquake. It's like, okay, well, when are we going to get the next one? Kind of thing. So this past life was actually, even though they lived through that fear, was very rich, and they had plenty. They lived your guides say lived in a life of plenty. So it was a really loving life where people appreciated the earth, even though they lived almost in a battle with the earth. Do not, good boy, stop, good boy. Do not take the, good boy. Oh, and there went the camera. Don't take it. Okay. All right. And that was Odin's entrance into the live. So anyhow, but that's what they wanted you to know. That was a lot to know. Okay, because they gave a lot of emotion with that, of fear and anxiety and all that. So now I get rid of that a little bit. Oh, and I also, oh good, Becky had a visitor in her dream last night. Was sure to thank him and her guides for it. Awesome. I know you're still wondering if you're, we'll get into that. I really have, that would be, you know what, Denise, she's asking, is it my right or her right? I have to be really honest about this and say, I never know. Because when I'm getting images and stuff like that, sometimes they give it on my side and it's the other side. So I'm really bad at the left and the right. Full disclosure, total at that, total awful at that. So it could be your left, it could be your right. I don't know. I wanted to tell you guys, real briefly, and I'm going to do this in the weekly class as well, in the group. I did meet with my attachment last night. And when I say I met with him, I did it very amicably and very nicely, and it was amazing. And I will talk about that before class tonight. So how I got rid of my attachment and how it went and how good I feel about it. So we'll talk about that tonight right before our class at 8 p.m. Eastern on weekly intuitive class. All right. Let's see. Moving on. I'm trying to do a bunch of people today. Tammy Amit. I know, here's the thing. I know something about you already, so now I hate to do a reading on that because I know. But what I'm talking, okay, so I'll find my water. But what they do show me is you have, that's so odd. So I start with an animal totem, and it's a stag. It's a great big stag, huge horns, but it has a ball of light in the middle of its horns, and then a rainbow comes up out of that. And it's almost like it's going, hey, you know what? We're standing, be strong, got it, under control, and then prosperity comes. So put that prosperity and that joy right before yourself, and things are going to unfold. I see a Y in the road for you. You just have to decide which way you want to go, which way is going to confront your fears and tackle some things, and which way is going to be easier. And that's your choice totally, as always. Okay, don't forget, you guys. Yeah. I'm talking too fast today. I've been cleaning floors, doing laundry. I've been on it today, you guys. I have been on it. I meant to spend most of my day online. I totally did. And then I did this thing, and I guess it was, look, seriously, quit messing with the camera. I think it was my guide's way of saying slow down. I felt good this morning. I stripped the bed. I'm going to the laundromat because we're here in the camper, and put all the clothes in the things, and I pop all the buttons, and I head off, and I come back an hour later, and do you know I only hit half the buttons on those stupid washing machines? I was like, what? How did this even happen? So I spent double the time in the laundromat today for fun, obviously. And the way I kind of looked at it was, you know what, I actually had planned to do some running, and I thought, you know what, maybe my guides threw this roadblock up so that I wouldn't be traveling at a certain time, and I would, you know, when you want to go left and you go right instead, that kind of thing. So that's the way I was taking that. Okay, Janet Davis. Don't forget, you guys, like, follow, share. I don't care if you're on Pinterest or Periscope or Facebook. We really try to be able to do a lot of free stuff for you guys, but I also have to do stuff that I get paid for so that I can do the free stuff. So this is like, follow, share, so we can reach more people and do more readings and get a bigger following so that we can expand our classes. I would love to do classes more than once a week. That'd be fun. Okay. Janet Davis, what kind of new abilities? You have to share. You cannot just say, I have new stuff, and then not share. You have to share. Odin, I swear on God's green earth. Stop. Just keep your big feet down there. If for anybody that doesn't know Odin, he is like 38 inches at the shoulder. He's huge. I'm surprised he hasn't come and slobbered on me. He's a Great Dane puppy, and he's just so uncoordinated. Okay. Oh, good. I'm glad you understood what I was talking about. Olivia Man, see, it looks like I'm having an earthquake every time he touches the camera. I have lag on here, so I don't get to see it right away. Olivia Mann. I want to talk about a Native American guide. I don't know if, okay, so they're talking about your solar plexus chakra. They're talking about creativity and releasing some energies that you have pent up, some things that you wanted to say or wanted to do, but society says no, and somebody in the family is like, oh, you don't want to do that, or it's just looked upon poorly. And your solar plexus chakra is turning just a little slow and dark from that, because it's almost like a stutter. And your guides are going, come on, we need to work on this. And this, for whatever reason, this Native American spirit guide that you have at the moment, and I need you to know, actually, I think he's a lifelong guide. He's kind of sitting in the corner, just kind of going, okay, you know, here we are, let's do this. But he is fairly old, and they're showing me his skin texture to show me, I don't know, they're talking about sacredness. I feel like he was a shaman or a storyteller, but maybe a storyteller. He plays the flute. He plays the flute. So if you do anything musical or creative or whatever, this is the guide that's going to be there to help nurture your soul and help you push that out, because that's important that we find an outlet for some of the emotions that we're not able to express verbally as easily as others. So this is something they're like, hey, pick up an art or something. Saskia Michelle, I want to talk to you about fairies. I love talking about fairies. I love elementals. And sometimes, you know, if you're fortunate enough to actually have seen them or worked with them, you know, they kind of become a reoccurring theme for you specifically. You have, I don't know if they're talking about fairy gardens and honey and rum. They I don't know what they're exactly saying here, because they're going, she's so fun. She's so fun. So I don't know if you are actually in communication with the fairies, or if you have a fairy oracle deck. If you are working with an oracle deck, just know you are actually reaching out to that energy, just as you're doing if you have an angel oracle deck. You're reaching out to that energy. You're asking for guides to come through for that. So these fairies are wanting to work with you, willing to work with you, and they say that they communicate with you on some level. So kind of, you know, if you're outside and you feel calmer outside, and you love to work with flowers or whatever, that just know there's a reason, because you have past life work with them as well. And I'm just going to say the word druid, because they keep saying druid and won't leave me alone about it. Okay, don't forget, this is Lisa Fry, My Mystical Life, and you guys are going to see me trying to change a little bit of what I do on here, because normally I'm just on Facebook. Today we're on our YouTube channel. We're simulcasting on YouTube, Periscope, and Facebook, and this is the way when I do a live now, we're going to be doing lives. And so we have a ton of stuff going. Go to mymysticallife.com to find our free classes. We do free classes every Wednesday night on Facebook. Tonight's class, if you're going to be there, bring a pencil and a piece of paper, because you're going to need it. You're going to need it. It's about shadow work and how to reintegrate some pieces of ourselves that we've lost over time, and why it's important that we are complete and how that helps our journey. So that's tonight, 8 p.m. on the weekly intuitive class. I need a secretary to just keep typing this stuff, to keep putting links out there. Okay, Janet Davis is sharing. She says, I saw that, Tammy. I saw that. You're already in the class. You're already in the class. She says, I've been super lethargic all week. Not like me. It's been like they're forcing me to sleep so that they can get their so I can keep, so that can get to easier since up until now I received more messages and visions while twilight. Exactly. Not anymore. I'm seeing while awake now. That's awesome. Odin, please. The camera is going to fly. I can tell you that right now because he has his elbow on it. I'm just waiting for him to lay still. That is awesome. I'm glad you're seeing stuff while you're awake. Make sure that you are asking for clarity and writing things down. Now that you're getting more messages, now's the time when you're going to start having to figure out how to connect the dots. How is it going to be easier for your guides to get information across to you? And this is what you hear me talk all the time about my Disney guide. He knows, and this was the first real guide other than animal totems that I started talking to, because he knew at that time in my life, my kids were still young and they watched a lot of Disney, and I understood the Disney references because I heard them all the time. All the time. That and Muppet Treasure Island and Muppets from Space, my kids at 27 and 29 will still spit those movie lines out. Anyhow. So your guides are going to try to find the best way to get across to you. That's the trick now. That is the key. Okay. The sound is going weird. Is anybody else having problems with the sound? Katja, I can tell you about a cat. I don't know anything I don't know. There's like this small white and gray cat. And they're talking, are you steady on your feet lately? Are you tripping more than normal? Do you feel like you're tripping over your own toes? But there's this small gray and white cat that keeps winding in and out of your feet, and it's trying to get your attention. I'm not quite sure if it's an animal totem or a passed over animal. Oh, look, there's my husband. Hi, husband. Oh, he was giving me feed. Oh, getting ready to leave in a bit. Okay. So this cat is just in there. It's talking about. Oh, okay. It's showing me milk. I don't understand why it's showing me milk. Oh, it's talking about. Oh, a time of plenty. So it's talking about a time of plenty that's coming for you, and it's really, really neat how these images are coming for you, because now I'm getting like. Oh, that's a movie reference, and I don't know it. They really have to stick within my wheelhouse of what I know. She has flowers in her hair. Oh, it is a movie reference, I know. It's about, it's a very little known movie, I guess, you guys. It's about a movie named Holly, and it has the guy from Monk in it, and I just love this movie. It is the cutest movie, but the little girl talks about the flowers in the hair, and he can't let her go because she has these flowers in her hair, and you can't let your love leave. So what they're talking about is holding on to love, finding something you love, grabbing it, and not letting it go. Of course, we don't want to strangle it to death either, but they're saying, hey, this is something that you need to be paying attention to right now. I have no idea. Okay, moving on. On. Hi, Ingberg. How are you today? I haven't seen you in a while. She is a numerologist, you guys. Let's see. Oh gosh, and you do. As I tune into your energy, all I get is like numbers falling into your aura, down and around, and recycling, and numbers coming back up and around. And they're talking about the golden ratio for you. I'm not quite sure why they want you to know about the golden ratio, but they're talking about the law of the golden ratio and how it applies to your life, and that might mean something to you. I hope it does, because they're showing me they're actually showing me the golden ratio. So I'm just trying to figure out, because the energies that circle around you are gold. It's like golden powder. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And they're talking about being a healer. And something about your hands. Something about your hands. So if you're finding that you are having an issue with passing energy through yourself, it's kind of like a flush they're showing. So just make sure you're doing a grand cleansing of your chakras. It's almost like you're filtering something, and it's catching in a little net in your chakras. So you need to kind of do a flush. I think you've been picking up something from somebody else, and they've been either sad or depressed or whatever's going on with them, and it's been a little bit more clingy than you'd like it to be. So just make sure you are taking care of that. Okay, guys, don't forget, like, follow, share. At the end of every day I do a live, I give a 10-minute free one-on-one video chat through Facebook away. So make sure that you are sharing. Okay, moving on. Of course, I'm trying to move on, and my thingy doesn't want to work. Why technology? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yep, there was Sam. Sam was here. He's gone. I think he's gone. What do you need to learn to do, Thor? The simulcast? He is going to not, he was just trying to lay down, and he was trying to be peaceful about it, but he's so big. So big. Okay, this is funny. Linda Fortune, I'm just going to give you the one thing that popped it as I scrolled through and I saw your name. I'm just going to tell you the one thing that they said for you, and it's really funny, and you may know who I'm talking about, you may not. Oh, come on. What's his name? I just had it. Tiny Tim singing Tiptoe Through the Tulips. So I have no idea if that's a reference to anything for you, but that shrill Tiny Tim Tiptoe Through the Tulips is exactly what they wanted you to hear. Okay, moving on. Okay. Oh, Judy Kennedy. Judy Kennedy, you know what? I would do some immune support. I would start, if you don't take anything like a vitamin C or what is it, airborne or something like that. Maybe you want to get into something like that at the moment, because they're showing you coughing and sneezing and some sinus issues and you know, the sore throat. So I really would suggest getting something in as proactive, kind of take care of that, because if you are sick already, I'm sorry. And if you're getting sick, let's not. So that's what they really want you to know, because it could move to the lungs on you. That's just kind of what they're showing me. Okay. This week's special, shamanic healing. It is only good for this week and next week. So it's good for tomorrow or Tuesday or Thursday of next week. So that's $30, and the 20 minutes that you're booking is not the healing, you guys. The 20 minutes is me discussing with you what I found on the healing. And hey, feel free, you guys, if you've had one of these healings, give a shout out on if you felt it was relevant. The good, the bad, the ugly, you guys. I'm not saying, hey, only if you had a good experience. That's not me. You know, I know I'm not perfect. It's okay. I trust my guides to give the information. I do the healing before the session, and then we sit and chat about it. So that's a really good session. It includes soul retrieval, psychopomp, where I help lost and trapped individuals transfer over, remove attachments, extractions, you know, all this great stuff. It is an all-inclusive, whatever your guides say need done, gets done. Okay, Cindy Cook. Cindy Cook, I want to talk about your angels. You have an archangel behind you. It is associated with the color green. Whoever knows which archangel is associated with the color green, please put it down here, because as you all know, I suck at that. I don't remember names, and they know that. The angels are fine with that, so I hope all you guys are too. They give me the color, and that's how I know which angel it is. So anyways, this angel brings his wings down and around across the front of you. Now, this usually to me means that there's been some heartbreak or some loss or you know, illness in the family, something like that they're trying to help you heal from. So just know that if you're feeling comforted, if you feel just that moment of peace and tranquility, if you smell, my husband is very gifted with smelling angels, so I think they smell a little differently each time, but they're very, very, very sweet smelling. So if you encounter something like that, your angels are trying to tell you that they're there trying to help you. And just know that you're never alone. You, for whatever reason, have 3 angels around you at any given time. And you have one showing me like stopping you from falling. I don't know, but there you go. Okay, moving on. Moving on. Oh, look, there's Kelly. I get to meet Kelly next month. Okay. Linda Greenleaf. Linda, I want to talk about you being, I don't know if you're a reader, I don't know anything about you, but I want to talk about you being clairaudient. If you're not a reader, it's probably something you're not paying a whole lot of attention to. But they definitely give me, I'm one of my, trying to drink water and do this at the same time. One of the things that I'm able to pick up on is if somebody's clairaudient, clairsentient, clairvoyant, empathic, whatever. And they definitely immediately give me pressure here behind the ears. Now, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and it's very hard for us to not think of being gifted in a Hollywood manner. We think kind of like, oh, if you're clairaudient, where you should hear things, that you're going to hear things all the time, or you're going to hear somebody talking in your ear or calling your name across. It does not go that way, you guys. It is not that way. This is not medium. This is not Ghost Whisperer. Oh, wouldn't it be cool though? And anyhow, but it is more like the impression of words. It is, you can hear it. If some people do hear, okay, some people hear it. I sometimes get words, like written word, or I will just know I heard something, or the internal chatter. The internal chatter, where you're just having a conversation with yourself, and while you're vacuuming or driving or whatever. That is clairaudience, everybody. It's not like you see in Hollywood. That is why we pass it by. That is why we don't pay attention. And I need you to know that your guides are talking to you on a steady basis. And when they say they're talking to you on a steady basis, it's not that you're ignoring them either. You're having conversations with them, but you don't realize it because you think you're talking to yourself. You have great inner dialogue. It's not so much inner dialogue as it is guide communication. It's important for you to know, because I think you have some crossroads coming where you're going to have to make a decision, and you should be leaning heavily on your guides. Okay, moving on. Okay, let's see, who do we have? Who's the blast from the past? Oh, probably Tiny Tim. That man could not sing. Could you imagine him going on to like American Idol or something, or America's Got Talent? It would be hysterical. Okay. Whew. Oh, yes. You have to be able to deal with the ugly to heal. Kitty Louise is so right. If anybody saw my post yesterday about the attachment, when you are doing this, when you step in this, you have to be willing to deal with the ugly, whether you're doing readings or whatever, you guys. But particularly with deep healing, you run into some stuff. But you always have to do what? Who knows what I'm talking about? What are the basics? The basics that I preach all the time. And I'm sure I didn't do it, and that's why I ended up with an attachment. I'm sure. What are the basics, guys? Those kids. Gotta love those kids, Becky. Okay. Michael. Raphael? Okay, we have multiples on what angels associated with green. Okay, moving on. Thor, Thor's like, what gifts do I have naturally? And immediately I get a pressure right here, right down the bridge of my nose. Why I get that for angel communication, I have no idea. But that is when I know, it's a strange one, but it's just like somebody has put their finger right here. And I know that means that somebody is an angel communicator. It is, and I always suggest, if you don't feel like that's your thing, let me tell you what, I never thought I would be talking to angels, ever. But when Metatron drops himself down into a dream and the ward cleaver of the angels starts talking to you, you kind of pay attention, and it's the most amazing thing. So what I suggest is get an angel oracle card deck and start connecting. Start connecting. Archangel Raphael is the healing angel of green. This is why I love you guys. You guys are so full of information. You know it. I don't know it all. I don't claim to know it all. I'm learning just like you. And I want to say, tonight's class on shadow work has been eye-opening for me. I thank everybody that requested the class tonight. I knew nothing about it, and I still don't know anything about it. I have some reference material for you guys to watch if you guys have Gaia TV. But we're going to do some stuff tonight, and we're going to look at our ugly side. So that's important. What else are we doing? So yeah, tiny twin, tiptoe through the tulips. That's it. That's it. Obnoxious. Ground, center, and protect. Ground, center, and protect. You have got to ground, center, and protect constantly. Do it when you get up. Set an alarm on your phone. Everybody has that little bird chirpy alarm that you can set on your alarm. And all it does is chirp. That's all you need is a reminder. Ground, center, protect. The more you meditate, the more you're going to look like a lighthouse, the more you're going to attract, until you're vibrating really high where you just don't even bother with the lower energies anymore. Ground, center, protect. Okay, don't forget, you guys, like, follow, share, like My Mystical Life on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. That is where we're at. We are most simulcasting to all places today, and that is how we're going to be doing it from now on. To get questions answered, if you're on YouTube or Periscope, you have to go to the Facebook My Mystical Life. It's the only one I can pull. I am not that good. I can only pull up one thing at a time. I cannot have 3 screens. I am way too scatterbrained for that. But scatterbrained has worked in my favor. So there we go. Moving on. Shadow work is tonight, 8 p.m. Weekly intuitive class. Find it at mymysticallife.com. Yes, you was the one Vicky, I'm telling you right now, that class is going to be interesting. Interesting. What time is it? 4:30. Husband gets home here shortly. On Naomi, Georgia. Naomi, I want to talk about whales. They're talking about, they're showing me humpback whales, which I absolutely love. From our time in Hawaii, I just love the humpback whales. They're so gorgeous. But they're actually talking more specifically about the barnacles on the whale. They're talking about endurance and a symbiotic relationship, and how something much larger can foster something so much smaller, and it be so insignificant to that huge whale. But that little barnacle, that whale, its whole life. I don't even know where we're going with this. And they're talking about how the whale doesn't even pay attention to that barnacle, but the barnacle is so fully aware of the actual whale, and that its whole life depends upon it. Once it's attached, there it is. And I don't know if they're obviously, this is some kind of symbolism for something you have going on in your life, probably. And they're saying, pay attention, because there's something in your life that their world revolves around you, and you probably don't look at it quite that way. Step back, reassess, think about it, and it's going to shift a relationship. I don't know if it's a child, I don't know if it's a boyfriend, spouse, whatever. It's just this feeling of shift, and like a paradigm shift will happen when you start to look through the eyes of this other individual. Be on the class tonight if you can get on the class. If not, catch it on the rerun, you guys. You can always watch it in the rerun. It's a Facebook Live. You can see all of our past classes, all of our future classes, all that good stuff. Okay. Whew, let's see. Let's see. All right. Moving on. Moving on. Marcy Walker. Marcy, oh gosh, why? I feel like my eyes are so tired. And normally I would say this is like a clairvoyance. Are you getting images? Are you getting messages? That kind of thing. But my eyes are tired. It's almost like, I don't know if it's allergies. I don't know if it's from crying. I don't know if it's from exhaustion. I don't know if it's from dirt or sand or what. But they're like, take better care of your eyes. I don't know if you need an eye exam. They're just really on the eyes. They're really medical today. Did you guys notice that? They're talking about medical stuff, and I don't usually push a lot of medical stuff across. But they really are, and then they're talking about your ears. So like ears, eyes, nose, throat kind of thing. Headaches, all that. It seems to be all related. So if you get a headache, it's all related here, you guys. So make sure you're taking care of yourself. Claritin if you need it. because I really kind of feel like it's maybe um, an allergy of some sort. But it could be an allergy to something you're used to being around. You could be developing an allergy. Okay, moving on. Kitty Louise. I don't know why they're showing me this. I just don't. It's an old Western. And for whatever reason, what I get is not the music or nothing like that. I get the old scratchy screen, and so it's a really old Western. And I see this horseman just riding, like balls to the walls, riding. And I'm going, what in the world? And they're like, hey, okay, gotcha. And they're like, hey, at what point do you slow down, take a breath, work smarter, not harder, reevaluate, drop the baggage, and come away clean. They're talking about reassessing some of the things you're doing that you, and we do it, you guys, we do it. I know this is when I did it. I have no problem cleaning a room. Okay. I will go through stuff, and if I haven't touched it in 6 months, I should have been like an organizer. I thought I should have been an organizer, and I'll just give it away. I'll do whatever with it. I just don't need it anymore. And then our house caught on fire. Actually, I'll tell you what happened. We left for Hawaii. We were going to be gone 9 months on January 4th, and on January 8th, Buford jumped on the stove. I know you guys have all seen the commercial where the farmers, we are farmers, and the dog's jumping out the window with the pizza box in its mouth. They made that commercial, I'm sure, after Buford, because that's exactly what happened. And he jumped on the stove, lit the house on fire. Anyhow, so Service Master came in and they cleaned it all. They stripped our kitchen and our living room. It looks like Martha Stewart. It's beautiful. And this is like a 180-year-old farmhouse. It's stunning. Anyhow, they took pictures of my bedroom so they could put it back together, specifically my closet. Now, I probably have a 16 by 16 walk-in closet in my bedroom. I know it's a large walk-in closet, but when I saw the picture of my closet, I about died. I was mortified because I've always thought I'm really good at getting rid of stuff. But a picture showed me I was wrong. I'm a hoarder of clothes. I didn't realize that. And I don't wear a lot of different clothes, but I'm a hoarder of clothes and shoes, even if I only have one, and just a bunch of craft stuff. Oy vey, you know. And so it kind of made me step back and look at it. That is a part of my clutter. That is a part of my baggage that I carry with me on everything I do in my home. That is, I hate walking in my closet. Well, I don't now because I threw it all away. But, you know, so that's what they're talking about. Streamline the home. Streamline everything around you so that there's no stress. There's no clutter. Everything's clean. Everything's got its space. And then that is what happens on the inside. What we have outside reflects inside. And we move much smoother. And that was like a really long, drawn-out story to say, hey, throw some stuff away. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. Moving on. There is freedom in minimalism. There is. I have a hard time because we're in the camper, and so it's hard because we live very minimalistic here, and even the mail piles up because we may have 10 pieces of mail, but it feels like 5,000 pieces of mail. So, what's so sad? Okay, it's 3:20 p.m. already. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can catch the replay tomorrow. Callie, to study with Doreen Virtue and a lot about the angels, and I took her certified angel reading course. It is 8 p.m. Eastern. To Mountain Time makes it 6. Okay. I don't know what my Periscope username is. I just joined yesterday. Probably My Mystical Life. I'm going to assume it's My Mystical Life. We're going to be doing, we're going to try and share our weekly classes there as well. If it's not My Mystical Life, then it's going to be Lisa Fry. But it should be My Mystical Life, Periscope, Tanya. Tanya Weber. So what I pick up is a little bit different. It is, as I tune in on your energy, it's so weird. I start with the Wizard of Oz Yellow Brick Road. And I know I'm missing stuff because my guides have got my head in a vice. But there's, as this road goes off and it turns and it curves a little bit, it goes from beautiful land of Oz to a little bit darker area. And actually it's almost like night and day. So it's like there's a line of demarcation where the road goes from, did you move the camera? When the road goes from yellow to actually being almost black, it goes from gray and brown. Odin, I swear, dude, hey, wake up. No, he's having a nightmare. It's flopping all around on the floor. So it's almost like, okay, you're getting a little ridiculous now. I'm wondering if maybe you're going into a depression, or you're picking up on other people's thought patterns, or there's some quibbling going on, and you're dreading things that are coming up, or because it goes from I'm okay, I'm good, look at the yellow brick road and follow the yellow brick road, and all of a sudden it's just like almost like I don't even want to go in there. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be involved in that. And I need you to know that you need to throw, and your guide is really, really great. You have a really great guide. And it is, oh gosh, it's a woman. And she throws joy out in front of you. And she says, throw what you want to happen out in the front of situations that you may be dreading, and make it what you need it to be, because other people are going to make it what they need it to be. You have different needs. So throw joy out there always in front of everything. Make sure that you're not letting other people affect you negatively. Because you're an empath, it makes it more difficult to do that. I kind of just threw that out there. Sorry. I hope you know you're an empath. And because you absorb those emotions off of other people. So it makes it doubly difficult to try to throw that joy. But when you do throw joy, it does become contagious. So that's for you to know. Okay, moving on. Oh, there was Teresa Gibbs. I saw Teresa Gibbs. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Oh, boom. Anyhow, the only thing I don't like about doing it like this, I do not have filters. You know how bad that bothers me? I love that AC/DC filter, and when they take that away, I'm going to be so sad. I'm going to be so sad. I don't know if I can do this from my tablet or not, but if I can, oh no, I still am not from that. Gosh darn it all. Okay, Teresa, I don't know if you're not hearing something or if you're hearing something and you're not liking what you're hearing, but they put pressure in my ears, not like clairaudient, but more like almost like you're stuffing your fingers in your ear and you're going, this is not the way we're doing this. We're going to do it my way. I don't like what you have to say. And just kind of, they're saying, hey, there's a partnership that has to be worked out kind of thing, that you have to not ignore somebody else's needs, but work with them. Okay. Whitney Roberts Brands, I only got time. I only have time for a couple more people. Thor, that's okay. You can watch it on the rewind, on the replay. Whitney Roberts Brand. The first thing I get for you is this. I pick up a smell of, that's never a good thing to start with, is it? No, it's beautiful. Really, don't worry. I pick up the smell of the forest, like right before the rain, right after the rain. It's that smell, almost, it's so earthy and so wholesome. And I really, they want to talk about Akashic records and past lives and herbology and druidism and connections to the earth. And I see this, they give me this image of a daisy. He loves me not. He loves me not. And dandelions on the face. So they're talking about a connection to nature, a connection to, okay, they have words. They have words. So it's like nature, nurture, plants, soil, crystals. They're talking about dimensions. They're talking about 2D, 3D, the 4D. So they're all, how they're all connected with the crystals in the soil. And then on 3D, we have the plants and the oxygen and everything that goes with that. And then the 4D, we have everything that is created in emotion from the other two dimensions, and how that dimension there raises everybody up to the next dimension with higher thought patterns. But there's something about the connection of earth you have that makes all of that significant. I have no idea. And that's all guided and channeled. So I hope it makes sense to you, because I'm sitting here going, I don't know what they're talking about. I pass it on as I see it. Okay. Oh, the fire. Yeah, it happened while we were in Hawaii. And the only thing that scared me was my kids battled the fire for an hour before the fire department got there, and my dad. And then my mom got mad at me because I didn't go home. I did everything from Hawaii. I worked with the contractors from Hawaii, shopped from Hawaii. I wasn't going to go home to stay in the Holiday Inn while I was staying at the Ko'olina Disney Resort for 9 months. Absolutely not going to happen. I'm just saying. It's just not. And send me back to Hawaii. I'm fine. I'll go. I'll go. Okay. Moving on. Your dogs make noises when they sleep. Mine runs, which makes it very inconvenient because he usually is on the couch and he shakes the whole camper. Okay. Dead on, huh, Tanya? Awesome. Awesome. You have great guides with a wonderful ability to communicate. You know, I do, and I'm not bragging. I really am not, because I get messages from people on Facebook that say, hey, I want to do what you do, blah, 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 and I get that. But here's the thing. I don't do anything. I am just a channel for your guys' wonderful guides and for my wonderful guides to come across with messages. The thing that I think I have figured out is how to connect the messages and pass them across. I think that's really what it's about. The skill to understand what they're saying. And then if I don't understand, I'm just going to tell you what they're showing me. And eventually the messages come. So that's what it is about. That's what it's about. Oh, good night. Good night. Midnight in Holland. That sounds like a song. You have no filter, Vicky? Me neither. Sometimes the things that come out of my mouth. My poor husband. I'm much better than I used to be. I was very combative as a younger woman. Okay. Don't forget, you guys, like, follow, share. Tonight, like My Mystical Life, our YouTube channel. Today we're simulcasting. We're on, and I will next time. I'll know what our Periscope is. We're on Periscope, YouTube. We just started a YouTube channel, My Mystical Life, and on Facebook. So we're My Mystical Life on Facebook as well. And let's see what else is there. This week's special, $30 for the shamanic healing. It is the great big healing session that I don't do. I'm only going to do this one like every 6 months from now on, because it does take a lot of time. And then we have that 20-minute where we discuss the reveal on what we find. And then what else do we have going on? Tonight's class is on shadow work. Bring a pencil and a piece of paper because you're going to need it. 8 p.m. Eastern. Find all of this, mymysticallife.com. It's all there. It's all there. I hear my husband pulling up, which means my camera is going to start flying. Oh, you're covered in green and dirt and been pulling weeds in the rain. Then yes, that is exactly you, Whitney. You have great guides. You have very earthy guides, very in tune with your energy, and they show almost like a sway with you. They call it like a spiritual dance they have going with you. So there's so much involved. You have this wonderful connection to nature. I'm waiting for the dogs to move so I can grab the camera. Yep, there they go. Do not. Really? Really? They don't move. They're not moving. They're not moving. Now, if I come home, they're all over the place like maniacs. Okay. There's my husband. Okay.
Yeah, what did I do?
You didn't do nothing yet.
Yet? What are you rubbing me into?
Nothing? Okay. I'm going to do one more person. Sharon Louise Churchill. No, because it messes everything up.
What?
Sharon Louise Churchill. I want to talk about, yeah, he's wrapped around the camera, so don't disturb him.
Oh, shit.
Somebody that has passed away, or...
They don't.
Everybody says, hi, Sam.
Hey, I'm trying to keep the camera from falling over. Or getting knocked over in this case. Lay down. Back to sleep.
Sharon Louise Churchill. I really feel like I'm hearing old-timey music. It's not in real time since there's but in a second you'll see your head come over here. Yeah. Yeah, it's got a lag. It has a lag. So I hear like real tinny type of music. It's not like 20s. It's before that. It's like, you know what it is? There's my husband. It sounds like some of the first black and white movies, and I just feel this huge connection for somebody that is guided.
The first black and white movies were sound.
Well, I know, but I'm talking about the ones with sound, where they were sounded real scratchy. You know what? I'm gonna come over there. Okay, but it just feels like a connection to somebody that, you know what, I'm working here. It feels like a connection to somebody that absolutely was a movie buff, somebody that loved those particular types of movies, and maybe not later on in their life, but boy, when they first come out, I really feel like they were there all the time. And it would have been, I'm going to say probably grandparent, great-grandparent kind of thing. Ed is the name I was given, so I don't know if you know an Ed. I don't know, but this is just somebody you need to know that's around you often. And they're like, it's like watching history repeat itself. I'm not sure what they mean by that, but they get a lot of joy in watching what you do on a day-to-day basis. And it's someone that hangs out with you all the time. Okay. All right, guys, this is going to be the conclusion of our very first simulcast. So there I am in real time. I switched back over here, and I'm wondering if I can see all of your guys' messages. No, don't hit strange buttons. Don't hit strange buttons. So I'm going to let you guys go. We're going to get ready for tonight's class on shadow work, 8 p.m. Eastern. If you're not a member of the group, mymysticallife.com. You can find our classes tab there. Weekly intuitive class is what it is on Facebook. Every Wednesday night we do a different class, and this one is on shadow work. It's people back here. So we will see you guys tonight. You have to be a member of the group to see the class. It's a Facebook Live. So make sure you request to be involved in it before the class time, because once we start, we are really usually pretty busy trying to keep up with messages and stuff. And tonight, don't forget, you need your paper and pencil. So, all right, guys, we will see you later. Oh, Odin, here's Odin. You want to say hi, Odin? Odin, come here. You've been messing stuff up all day. Come here. Sit. Look, come. Look, come here. Good boy. See, there goes Odin. Okay. All right. We will see you guys later. Bye. sure you want to finish this. Yes.